to 6 in the different win-loss ratio, but the last time they met was in Vancouver and Canada won 26-21. I'm Dylan Stanford on the call with Gareth Rees, Canadian legend. Anything can happen in the game of 7's and a very new look Fijian side.
No question, 11 debutants. For most countries that would be very, very concerning, but with the 7's prowess of the Islanders, we saw it in their first match, not really a concern. Great talent on that side. And for the Canadians, not a side that's done well in Dubai over the years traditionally. They did have a little extra taste in Olympic preparation and did get top 8 in the Olympics. A very young side with a few household names retiring.
And Jaco de Wit, second match on the series. Brilliant weekend for his debut on the global stage. Fiji, who beat France 24-17. Canada, who lost to Australia 35-19. It's Pool A fixture. The Flying Fijians kick off from right to left. Canada in red. Scoop this one up off the restart. Flirting across field, looking for a nice little switch, and they get it. Looking to bust up field. Cooper Coates. Morrow was there, but it's been knocked on.
Good interplay from the Canadians there. They had a hint of a gap. But Josiah Moore just couldn't hold on to it.
Yeah. Remember to hook. Got to see hook.
Andrew Coe with a good early break there. He's just picked up a contract in the MLR. Good to see him getting pro rugby. 15s and 7s for him.
First scrum, Wasia Nathungu feeds. One of two players who have played on the series many times before. They look to cut it back to the grain. Do Fiji. Now to the right-hand side. Well, it's just skipping out of one here. Fiji, space opens up. Ripping it on that far side. They're going to ghost in here. And try scored by Yawani Temba. The 29-year-old on debut, scored against France and scores here against Canada.
Well, the Fijians whip it out wide. And Canada, who got an intercept try in their earlier game, went for it again, and that left them exposed. Too much space. Temba gets the nice offering just on his back shoulder. Clinical finishing from Fiji, as you'd expect.
Electric off the Temba. Whipping around to the right-hand side. 5-0. Fiji lead. One of the many youngsters, or new players, I should say, in the side. It's flicked back, though, taken nicely by Cooper Coates for Canada. Here they come down the short side. Looking to bust back in. Jarvis Dashkiewicz. Lockie Kratz on debut. Plays with Nola Gold in the Major League Rugby competition in the United States. Now they look to flirt on the outside. Coe gets a nice little switch. Lovely little ball from Teal. Mara's there. Not able to keep it, though.
Again, Josiah Moore's hands let him down. A good interplay.
Here we go.
Teal with a little offload.
Yeah.
Just not happening for the Canadians right now.
There we go. Crouch.
Canada, fresh from their bronze medal in Vancouver.
Set.
First time they're on the podium since their cup win in Singapore in 2017. Fiji on that far right-hand side, get the defender, make it look so easy, busting free yet again. Fiji go on that far side, and Kamaneli Rasaku scores for the Flying Fijians.
Yeah, the last team in the world you want to take up high, and Teal found that out there. Good power through those legs. Rasaku, second try for Fiji.
Played in the World Rugby Under-20 Championship in 2019. Scored tries against Wales and Scotland. Did Rasaku. 10-0, 2 tries. Fiji so dominant with ball in hand, despite just having 59 tournament appearances amongst them. Their head coach, Sayasi Fuli, has been working with the men's team, as well as with Gareth Baber, since he announced his departure. He was with the women's side as well. Got a medal at the Olympic Games, knocked down his messy stuff, but he stays initially with Fiji and then comes to Canada.
Well, bizarre happenings there. The lifter just hung on enough to prevent some serious injury. Fiji have knocked it on, though. Scrum Canada, their first decent possession. As you said, Canada started well in their first match against Australia, but then leaked 28 points in the second half.
Crouch! Crouch!
Fiji won here 2 times. Played in 8 finals, though.
No hook, no hook, no hook.
Well, that's something the referees have been looking for. The players must, the hooker must strike the ball back.
Nathungu gets a switch for Fiji. Still looking to keep it alive.
Yeah, play.
Takavata has possession now, gets a lovely little offload. Talatholo for the line. Jovesa Talatholo scores his first try for Fiji on the
There was no hooker by
HSBC
the hook.
World Rugby 7
There was
Series.
no hook by the hooker at the scrum.
Well, big moment for him, Talatholo. I'm sure he's watched these great Fijian teams over the years and wished for a place on the HSBC World Series. Well, he has his moment. The Canadians guilty of arm tackling here, and he's made them pay. He's far too strong up top. Joseva Talatholo, big moment.
Lovely smile as well. He played. Keep away. 3 tries on the board for Fiji in the first half, up 17 points to nothing. New names to remember for the future. And Josefa Talatholo is certainly one of them. So day 1 of 2 at the Dubai 7's for the 2022 HSBC World Rugby Sevens Challenge in the air.
No. On the mark.
Yeah, contact in the air, just looking to protect players who are off their feet. I don't think much malice there, but it was pretty awkward. So give Canada a chance in the dying moments here. Gaining a bit of territory off the penalty and then have a set piece.
Middle,
They need
half a metre,
something
this side.
to show for their first
That's
half
middle.
efforts.
So
Fiji,
to the line
Fiji
they go
too.
with Cooper Coates,
New Grenada.
debuted in Cape
Get
Town in
closer.
2019. Silver medal at the Pan American Games as well. That same year, he gets it around. Canada with Jojo Mora. Nice little dummy. In to help out
No
is
words.
Airgas. And Canada will tap and go. Lockie Kratz, the Kratzinator, shifts it away. Coates, Teal. Big ball on the outside. Canada look to cut back in. Ball in one hand. And then upended dangerously.
Whoa, time is off.
Yeah, not much debate there. The player was lifted above horizontal. Quick tap from Kratz.
Kratz comes to Jake Teal. The comedian throws it over the top. Elias Agas on this close side. Teal is there. A player up.
Release!
Almost flicking the ball free. It's there. Diving for the line. Jojo Mora gets it done for Canada just before the break.
Well, just what Canada needed to stay in this one. They went out wide. There is the ball in one hand. Good power, though. Retained possession. And the Fijians guilty at the breakdown. And will be one shot. See how his shoulders are above his hips and he's not put down safely. Then Joe Mora thinks he's at the line. Beautiful finish from him. And the conversion's good. So Canada with a big statement at the end of that first half.
Halftime whistle goes. 10 points the difference so far in this game. It's Fiji that lead Canada by 17 points to 7. So a good, strong response there from Canada, just to make it 10 points. They hadn't had much possession. A couple errors early on, Reese.
Yeah, possession's so key against this big Fijian group. They made them pay for 3 quick tries, but interesting, the conversions weren't good. So Canada, as you said, only 10 points adrift after a little response from Josiah Mora. Canada have had plenty of possession. You can see that in their carries. Just a few too many turnovers, and the restarts have been dominated by Fiji.
Fiji in Pool A. Australia just beat France 17-10. the other two sides in this as well. Don't forget we have 12 sides competing here in the men series for these 2 weekends back-to-back in Dubai. And so the top 8 will play in the quarters tomorrow. That means 2 teams can be the best third-place sides and go through. And that's Sayasi Fuli giving instruction to his side.
These players so happy to be back on the World Series. This is the first of 2 weeks in Dubai here at the Emirates Dubai 7's.
Emirates Dubai 7's water site. It will have 100,000 people over Thursday, Friday and Saturday across 3 days. We'll be here for 2 days for the international 7's portion, but there'll be 5,000 other athletes taking part in netball, cricket and rugby.
They've got it figured out here. It's a great celebration of sport. They have the club players come in and then the cricket and the netball. Wonderful times. Get down here next weekend if you can.
Canada trail 17-7 against Fiji, who look to receive this on the left of your screen. Bounces down. Canada have this up the middle. They go. Lucky Kratz finds Mora, drops it down. It's play on. Coates is going to go through. Cooper Coates slams it down for Canada. They were right in this game.
Happy?
Good energy from the Canadians. Henry Paul at halftime is obviously giving them a message. The ball spilled on the ground, but they pounced on it. This is the end. Cooper Coates looks back and can't believe there's no Fijians there to stop him. Good pressure from them. The kickoff was right down the middle and they caught Fiji napping. There's Lockie Kratz. He has awareness not to throw it away. Morris spills it, but it goes backwards and then Coates jumps on it.
A stunning start to the second half for the Canadian side. Kick from in front, it was successful. 17-14, just 3 points in this.
Backwards of red.
Look to maintain this. No, it stays with Fiji. Temba flicks it back and they'll get the penalty. Will Fiji.
Was it 13? Yeah.
Don't forget they're playing with 6 players.
Hand in there.
Now make that Canada down to 6.
Time off.
It's a sin bin against Canada. Didn't quite hear what the call was if it wasn't rolling away.
Time back on. Scrum called.
But that will be costly for the Canadians as they were mounting their comeback. They'll be short of body for 2 minutes.
And speaking of bodies, the big frame of Joshua
Canada,
Vakurnabili on the field.
Canada, let's set
for
it, please.
Fiji, who back to their complement of 7. There's the mullet on the radio screen. Don't get too distracted. It's pretty gorgeous.
Crouch.
He's now in the hooker position.
Bind.
There's Thomas Isherwood for Canada on the radio screen.
Sit.
Back to the mullet in a moment as Fiji take possession. Wasia Nathungu picks and goes himself. Nathungu saw the mullet that I mentioned and then looked to cut back in field. Now he has another crack. Flicks it back into Vakurnabili. Oh, bumped into the ground. Here we go. Thomas Isherwood off the bench. What an impact.
Well, he loves to make his mark, and that time a textbook tackle on the much bigger Fijian. Mullet or not, that was just good rugby from him in defense, just what his team needed.
Well, I don't know if you can hear if I'm a fan or not. I absolutely love it. Isherwood is my hero. They go to the front. Canada still just down by 3. A player in the sin bin, Jojo Mora, needs to play a bit of keep away here against a powerful Fijian outfit. And here come the men in red. Isherwood now. Kratz needed to look where he passed.
Well, one of the things Coach Henry Paul talked about after the first game, just some mental errors from the young Canadians. This ball's back in play, though.
Well, Fiji went quickly, and they were under pressure. And Rasaku spills this one forward.
A strange decision from
Yes,
Fiji
mark,
there.
Fiji.
Still only 3 points in it.
Well, they wanted to go quickly, but Elias Ergas read it to perfection.
Crouch.
Put them under a bit of pressure.
Bind. Sit.
So Brock Webster, the 21-year-old, fresh from international 15s. He gets it with Mora at first receiver. Jojo Mora steps back off the left and gets the fend.
No words. Second guy in.
Well, not a bad tactic with one man in the
Yellow
bin.
back on.
Just looking at the sideline, and they have sucked up the clock.
Time back on. Let's go.
Mora took the contact, and Fiji offended. Now they're back to 7 with possession and a chance to put it in the corner. Brock Webster does just that.
Fiji
Well, we
5.
mentioned the last time they played each other, Canada won.
Fiji 5.
Delighted their home crowd,
Fiji 5.
their fans. a crop of younger players coming into the mix. So great to see the smiles on their faces. They're certainly enjoying their rugby.
Set it.
Mai Samoa comes on the field for Fiji.
Time back on.
Kaivata a rest. Canada go to the front, but there's a hand in there, a big Fijian hand.
Pinched. Fiji go to their far side. What can they make of this? Up 17-14. Looking to turn on the jet shoes. Temba on the outside. Well contained. Flag goes up. Ioane Temba, no way through.
Well, one of the things about these young players, they don't know each other as well. Ili Ergas, you don't take him on the outside. He's going to be one of the fastest players on the series. He proved that in the truncated series last year up in Canada.
Open up, Fiji. One step. Fiji, one
Watch
step.
here. Knocks the arm down, he uses his pace, and then just drags his feet over the try line, effectively a turnover against Fiji.
Canada at the line out. It comes back to Fiji again. Ample possession for them. Kurunabili goes in. Now they pick and go around the fringes. Great little ball. Fiji looking to go the distance. And they'll do that. They'll make it look oh so easy. Kaminieli Rasuku gets his second for the Flying Fijians.
Pure opportunism. The Fijians, there wasn't much on. They scooped the ball up at pace. Canada perhaps guilty of some arm tackling again. There's the breakdown. It looked like Canada might have a chance at it, but watch as he picks it up at pace and he takes off, constantly looking. Kaminieli Rasuku doesn't mind if he scores out wide, because that's put them 8 points adrift. Conversion to come.
Here is the kick. And Bulavanaka to you as well. It is fantastic from Fiji. 24 points to 14. They put the 10-point buffer in. After Canada held them really close.
11, let's go. Time is off.
Fresh legs coming on the field. Both coaches managing their resources.
Wasia Nathungu, 35th event, 661 points. He goes downfield with a restart. Lucky Kratz.
Well, it's all running time. They've taken 30 seconds off the clock, even though Canada will have possession at the half.
Can they score twice here? Canada go with Brock Webster. Eludes two on the right. Flicked down nicely there from Nianala. Little jump there from Ergas. And pinched. Stolen. Fiji. They'll just put the burners on the far side. And it's another great score for the Fijians. And they can really turn something into nothing. And Ioane Uraturatiri scores on debut.
Yeah, Dagunu did the work. He stole the ball and then realized he wanted a paceman to back him up. And right to Uraturatiri did just that with the scrum half and everything.
Kick will stay to the side. But that's a 15-point difference. 29 points to 14. And Ioane Uraturatiri, 22 years of age. Another player who scores on debut this weekend. And the future of the Flying Fijians. That's the siren. Ball bounces on the ground and
Lost forward.
so that's full time in this Pool A contest, and it's the Flying Fijians that are victorious against Canada by 29 to 14.